This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, the second day of Shark and a Half Week. Shark Week and a Half. Wait, which version did we print on the t-shirts? I don't know. Branding. I'm so bad at this. But we're bringing in another deck that plays Shark Typhoon, and this is going to be a fun one, I think, as while casting Shark Typhoon is great and all, what if you could just sneak one into play and pay absolutely nothing for it? In fact, what if you could put it into play along with 4 other cards that you got to draw off the top of your deck for free? Yes, indeed. I'll show you the deck in just a second. Shark Week and a Half brought to you by me, CGB, and the support of CoolStuffInc.com, where you can get a CovertGoBlue full art, totally awesome, completely immaculate, exquisite, amazing shark token with every box that you order, booster box that you order of Kaldheim, draft, set, or collector booster box. Link in description. Get your pre-orders in. Use the promo code CGB5 for a discount. Cool, awesome, do it. Yes, thanks. All right. The deck. Temur Ultimatum. Yep, Genesis Ultimatum full of Shark Typhoon. This, you might say, well, we've seen that before. What you've probably seen is Terror of the Peaks, Beanstalk Giant, Adventures, Obosh. There's been plenty of that around. I actually have never played this version on the channel, but this version has crept around. Like, there are some diehards who play this all the time. It shows up in league results. It shows up in the MTGA ladder deck list results every now and then. And this is my take on it. The normal version you see of this deck has Wari Disruption and much more counter spells. It's designed for a slower meta. My version's designed for a faster meta, so instead of Wari Disruption, I have Spikefield Hazard to try to kill those aggressive creatures, as well as Scorching Dragonfire and Soulseer to get all the creatures dead, and 2 Into the Royals also to bounce things. This buys us time so that we can cast Cultivate and Migration Path. The 7 ramp spells in the deck are the bridge that helps us get our mana right so that we can cast Genesis Ultimatum and get up to powerful things like the largest possible Shark Typhoons and the Ultimatum and the Ugin the Spirit Dragon, which is the other ultra mega win con of the deck. These 12 are the powerhouses. This is what we ramp to. And if you get to cast these or cheat them into play, and you better win, you know? They're really powerful cards. You better figure out how to win from that position. But one of the funnest things about the deck is we hardcast Shark Typhoon a lot because the curve actually can go Shark Typhoon into Genesis Ultimatum into Ugin. That makes some big sharks along the way, for sure. So this deck, I'm not fully convinced it's a good best of 1 deck. I think it's great for a slow meta. I think like the idea of being on the draw against a red deck or a Gruul deck with this is so terrifying to me. I'm a bit nervous to play it today, but it's one I hadn't shown on the channel, one of these kind of tier 3 decks that always has been creeping around in the format, and some people obviously like it. So if you want to play this kind of hybrid between control and ramp and Shark Typhoon and Ugin and Genesis Ultimatum, like these 3 cards are freaking exciting if you're any kind of a ramp mage, then this is probably the deck for you, and I'm going to have fun showing some tips, tricks, how to play it. The Glimpse of Freedom is for rogues. I think that should be kind of obvious at this point, but rogues is a really tough matchup. They just need to counter a few of your big plays and you're in big trouble. So, Glimpse of Freedom, try to keep that graveyard clean so that they can't clock you too quickly. If they can't clock you very quickly, then your removal spells slow them down a lot. And then you have time, because you have a lot of big spells, probably more than they have counter spells, and you just need to get like 1 or 2 of them to resolve. Be wary of Genesis Ultimatum decking you against rogues. Pro tip. All right, we have introduced the deck. We have Shield for the CovertGoBlue Shark token. CoolStuffInc.com. Pre-order Kaldheim today for every box. Shark token. Let's dive in. And let Shark and a Half Week continue. Shark and a Half Week. That's not what's on the shirts. Shark Week and a Half. I'll get it right someday. Pigeons just like that at 872, running into a handful of red removal. We'll keep it. Here's a Triumph. And we'll stare at each other. Oh, we're not going to stare at each other. We're kicking it off with some Bone Crusher Giant. So how do we do against Gruul? Well, with this much removal, it feels like it should take them a long time to kill us. We definitely want to save Hazard for Brushfire Elemental. This gets a Lovestruck Beast. Or a Vivian. Nothing? No Questing Beast? No nothing, huh? That's surprising. We need one more blue for the Genesis Ultimatum. We definitely don't want to play this tapped because we have 2 red sources and 2 green sources. So we need to draw an island. Or a pathway that we can play on blue. Our opponent was a one creature deck. That ain't right. That ain't what you're supposed to do. Somebody teach them how to play Gruul. Somebody's got to show them the way. Watch a video, bruh. Alright. A 2/2 Ooze. Maybe they were trying to save that for something better. They have no creatures to eat. Shatter Skull Smashing. No creatures to target. So how do we treat it? I think we royal it. I just want this card. They could Bone Crush their own Ooze in response, which would be a crafty play to keep me from drawing a card. But then they lose their Ooze. Typhoon located. I don't think Gruul can get rid of that. There's the blue source. It's about to get nice in here. Boom. Typhoon on the battlefield. Genesis Ultimatum and the mana to cast it in hand. Alright. The opponent's been slow rolling us, but they don't have the land for the Brushfire. That's a big downside. Red source. Genesis Ultimatum 7/7 Shark. They probably have some Crow and War nonsense too. We hit Ugin. We hit Ugin. Okay, we could just exile both of these and leave Ugin on 5. But I definitely don't even need that, right? I have a ton of removal in my hand, and I don't think they kill me next turn. Let's shoot down the Brushfire. Play the Akroan War. One time for me. Show me the power of the Akroan War. Oh, Ooze, are you going to pick up an Embercleave and Rumble? Let's go. Let's go. So I've met my hardcast Shark Typhoon requirement for the video. And there was much rejoicing. Time to go savage. Absolute savage. Kill it all. Take 7. I think we're winning. I think this is how winning is done. Oh my goodness. The day of the Gruul Massacre. I am a wizard. I'm a wizard. Well, like, so am I. We're all wizards. What's your point? Oh, Yorion. That's usually a matchup we want, unless they are extremely counterspell dense. And I mean extremely. Normally, Yorion is right up our alley. Let's see if we can prove the theory correct. Thanks, Glimpse of Freedom, for showing up here. I would have preferred you shown up against the Rogue deck, but I'll take my cantrip. Helps me curve out, and we've got Cultivate. Oh, we have the Holy Trinity of expensive spells. to just throw at the opponent until they give up. Alright, so what do we need? We need a red. And may as well grab more blue. Then our ultimatum needs are taken care of. The path. Okay. Play around Jwari Disruption. And path. Playing the mountain because they know about it. Oh, I'm sure the opponent doesn't feel good about what's happening. They might be sitting on a lot of removal, wondering, well, how am I supposed to use this? Oh yeah, hello. I'll give you a hello. Yeah, it is, in fact, me, CGB. Dancing on ya. Just stunting on these foos. Moment of the Sun. Man, does that card look weak in comparison to the nonsense we're going to get up to. But we do have to figure out, like, do we cast the Typhoon? Do we cast the Ugin? Because Elspeth Conquers Death is a card. I think we just cast the Ultimatum. And we'll play around Jwari Disruption. We'll thin the deck first. One less land to hit. So, are they counterspell deck? We're about to find out. Well, you know what? What if we just make a huge shark and start hitting them with it? That might loosen up their counterspelling, because they have to deal with it. Then again, they can deal with it for cheap, right? Like a glass casket. I actually think it is the shark, though. Yeah, it is the shark. When the opponent's holding up mana against you and not taking a lot of action, and you can do something at instant speed, especially something uncounterable that they have to respect, that's what you do. We're not ambushing the 1/1 token. I'm not giving them a shark they can glass casket on their turn. I want them to use mana on their next turn. It's a battle of mana. And when they use it... Another Ugin. And they have an eliminate for the shark. Good for them. Good for them. Let's play an Ugin, I think. Okay, they've got me on full control. Brah? Hello? I got some fingers for you. Stop being a little nuisance. Alright. For me, it's now drop an Ugin, get them to play ECD, then play Genesis Ultimatum to make sure that resolves. If they counter this, that's fine, I think, because we have multiples. Scry with my Omen. Okay. One to the top. I wonder what that could be. So if we're going to lose the Ugin anyway, let's use -X = 0 and just kill both tokens instead of bolting one of them.
Return to the essence of the multiverse.
Doom Foretold, and they still have negate mana open, but look what we have. No negate. Alright, we will give up this Scorching Dragonfire that we're not really using. The opponent gets a little night critter. That's good. We do something to use it for our mana with, and then we can send Ugin after them again next turn. So their graveyard has 2 enchantments. Their board has nothing except for this 2/2, which we could Dragonfire, but Ugin might just shoot it, so I'd rather use Glimpse and draw another card. They play a Nightmare. That's annoying. That's very annoying. I guess Ugin can exile it. Assuming Ugin resolves. which, like, they don't always play counter spells in these decks. They might have none, and I might be being too cautiously. I might be playing too cautiously. I still think it's okay. Like, I think we win either way. No more Nightmare? Trying to decide if I hold this for another Doom Foretold. I don't need the land necessarily, so I'm going to do it. Just in case they end up putting me in a spot where I have to discard. Here comes the ECD. And they have the mana now to buy it back, buy the Yorion and flicker it, which is probably what they've been waiting for. Yep, they buy Yorion. Okay, so we can exile the ECD and make them have another. Or we can resolve the Genesis Ultimatum and see what happens. If we don't hit an Ugin, then they get to ECD Taxus and flicker it with Yorion. So it's the other Ugin. And it's probably another ECD, based on the way this game has gone. What else would they be sitting on in their hand, you know? Yep. Alright, so I think we're reaching the Genesis Ultimatum part of this game. Never mind. Magic is easy. Again, we keep exiling the ECDs because the Yorion can flicker it. If it weren't for the pesky Yorion, we wouldn't have to exile ECDs every chance we get. But the fact that there is one and it can flicker and take out something cool we hit off the ultimatum, yeah, we can't have that. All right, Yorion with nothing to flicker. That's what we're looking for. That's the game plan, everybody. So we could Soul Sear it away. I'm just going to hang on to it. I'll show you why. We're going to plus the Ugin. We're going to target the Yorion. We're going to Scorching Dragonfire and exile the Yorion, so it can't come back in the future. Then we're going to Genesis Ultimatum. We do that first in case we hit another Ugin, the fourth Ugin. Wow. Guys, we did it. We did it. Let's hold the Cycler so we can draw another card. And again. What is happening? This is not what I had in mind. It's because we drew all the Ugins already. Where are the Shark Typhoons? We only used one. Alright, they play Nightmare again. We can exile that. Draw. We have to draw our Shark Typhoons. Where are they? Don't touch my hand. Elspeth's Nightmare. Get out. They still only have 3 cards in the graveyard. Even if they have Dance of the Manse, we've exiled so many of their enchantments. There's a Shark Typhoon. 15 cards left in our frickin' deck, and we finally has Shark Typhoon on battlefield. So we have to discard here. I guess we just make another shark. Oh no. Too strong! Guys, it's too strong. 10 cards left. Decline. 2/3/3 sharks. I'm just playing this. We're not cycling it anytime soon. Scorching Soul Sear targeting the 7/7 shark to make more 3/3s. And your turn. Yeah, saw the extinction event coming. Had a feeling the first batch of sharks wouldn't necessarily live, but it's better than throwing them in the graveyard and discarding, I think. Hazard your face. 2/1/1 sharks. Baby shark. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. The only thing missing is that CGB token from CoolStuffInc.com. Chill, chill, plug, plug. Nine cards in library. And we attack with these 1/1 sharks for the first time in the game. The hour grows late. Sure. Why not? Okay, little thing I could have done there. Could have targeted my own shark with Scorching Dragonfire to make more sharks, but doing it on their turn might be better to dodge the next extinction event. Emiria's Call, cool. Very cool. Good game indeed. Have some more. Let's glimpse of freedom, shall we? So, how much what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. Sounds fun. Actually, oh, I was gonna double Scorching Dragonfire the shark token I made to make even more sharks. Why did you leave? It's such a game. Hoping to dodge red on the draw, me being on the draw, for 1 day. And I wouldn't mind dodging rogues. Come on now. Come on now. Give me those mid-range and control gamers. Let's have a duel. That's the mono red avatar of choice with Aluris, the Dream Den. Okay, everything I said I didn't want, they gave it to me all at once. And we have 3 6-drops on the draw. But our early plays are removal, so I'm gonna keep it, but I'm not a fan. Uh-huh. Get out. Out, I say. Alright, so, Glimpse of Freedom. We need Glimpse of Freedom in the top half of the deck. Pretty badly. Oh, look, it's Rune Crab. What a card. Okay, let's see if we can interrupt them going for this passage. Ooh, we did hit Glimpse. Alright. So, they go for the quick passage, and if we exile this in response, they only get one of those triggers. But we got the Glimpse. Life is good. There's an argument to be made I should have let myself get milled there. I wonder. Alright, I'm going to cycle this Shark Typhoon. That's going to fill the graveyard for Glimpse. Then I'm going to unfill the graveyard for Glimpse. Hit a Soul Seer. We're on 6. So the opponent can't into the story yet. We just have to be really careful with every single play here. They go for a Thought Thief. I think we just let the shark go. No fear of a Bone Crusher Giant, no fear of anything. They feel so clever, it's so smug. I want to Soul Seer them. And we have to at some point, but if we do, they get to into the story on the cheap. And we want them to into the story some point, just not yet. Because when they into the story, especially if they tap on their turn to do it, we can smash an ultimatum if we have enough mana. Alright, they go to attacks. They put the trigger on the stack. We respond with Glimpse of Freedom. Clean that graveyard up. Do not let it hit 7. Good draw. Second Glimpse. Not bad. Alright, we're on 3. We could cycle a Shark Typhoon and try to ambush this for a Drown in the Lock. That goes to 6. Because 1, 2, 3, like this is 2, this is 3. The other thing we can do is Cultivate here, and then we don't have mana open for other things, so I don't like that. Let's say go. See what the opponent wants to do. Second Thief. That's frustrating. Alright. We Soul Sear one of them then. It can be countered by Drown, so I guess we do it on their turn. Got him. So this will knock us up to 6, but we don't have the mana to bring back a glimpse until next turn. So this is scary. Okay, they buy Lurrus. Things aren't quite working out for them either. There's 6. Let's hold the Typhoon. Can definitely be better later. And because they tapped low... Oh, nice. We get away with Cultivate and then Glimpse of Freedom. So what do we need? We need another green and another blue. Keep that graveyard clean, everybody. Clean. Now, if they tap out and go Lurrus Thought Thief, we might play Ugin. Whoa. They could have played Lurrus in one mind and had a mana open. I guess they're very sensitive to our deck's power level as well. 2 cards in grave. 1 damage. They just love holding up Drown in the lock. Here's the thing. I don't think their Drown is going to work. So what do they need? Jwari Disruption. If they have Negate, this is a big punish, but let's go for it. It's definitely time to start making plays. All right, no Negate. Could play this as land, but I like having it. Just zap something and make a 1/1. Dismal Backwater. Oh, they're in trouble now. Don't play the Lurrus and the Thought Thief, dude. Don't do it. They might say, okay, I'm behind. It's time to make a big play. Oh, don't do it. If I draw the land and Ugin you. No. Oh, no. Oh, man. Okay, this makes a 1/1 and block with a 1/1. It's not enough. I guess it saves 3 life. Yeah, forget it. Come on, land. Untap land 1 time. Whiff. Not that we're in trouble. We're just fine. We can resolve a Genesis Ultimatum, but I think we're much better off just cleaning the board. And the graveyard. Let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Into the Royal can hit a Thief. Scorching Dragonfire can get rid of Lurrus permanently. So yeah, let's clean the graveyard. Hopefully draw an untapped land. That would be very nice. Make a 2/2. Another Soul Sear. Scorching Dragonfire targeting Lurrus. The opponent can attack with both Thieves and mill me, and then play Into the Story. So we're going to try to Into the Royal one of these right before the attack step. Maybe I should have played the Hazard as the land now. So I can bounce one of these, they can just replay it, but then they don't have mana for Drown in the lock, and if they cast Into the Story, they're tapped out completely. Okay. Mulmage's Domination to gain control of it. But they tapped too low for the Thief. So they can't replay it, so they can't get us to 8. So this is a block. They just get to mill 2, and they're tapped so low we get to do whatever we want, I think. So what do we want? We want to draw land. We've been very unable to draw land. We're at 23, so Genesis Ultimatum actually is a very risky play. Yeah, I think I've had enough of holding this Hazard. I think it's been a mistake for at least 1 turn. Let's get it done. Alright, let's glimpse. Clean the graveyard again. Oops, missed the Dragonfire. Cultivate, huh? Do we still have a mountain in our deck? Let's use MTGA Assistant to find out. We do not have a mountain in our deck. Alright, in that case, but we do have a basic, so we just need to leave the red untapped. Oh, I already played a land for turn. This was a mistake. This was a mistake. Well, we have to start clocking the opponent. I thought I still had a land to play for turn. I played the hazard. In notable fashion, too. Big mistake. Trying to let rogues back in it like an idiot. Well, they didn't play the other thief. That's late. That's a mistake. One error deserving another, I suppose. Yeah, sit there in your shame. So Agadeem's Awakening just gets the one thief. What now? 5 cards in the graveyard. Can just go for the Ugin. They might have Didn't Say Please. Let's start with exiling their Thought Thief. They might try to defend it, seeing it as a win con. Milling me out with their thieves. If they defend it, maybe the Ugin happens. They do have Didn't Say Please. What's that put me to? 9. 9? So Drown in the Loch is suddenly good. But we can respond. Let's see. If I cast this and they drown it, I can exile 5. Doesn't save it. Okay. Let's fire the Soulseer. A cool trick you can do is if they drown something with the ability on the stack, you can use an escape card and reduce the size of your graveyard and the drown doesn't work. But in this case, it's too much. There's too many things in the graveyard. And there's the drown. But we get another shark. We're at 14 cards, and I think the opponent really wants to cast an Into the Story, so we're going to clean the graveyard here. No, wait. They just attack us back with this. We need to make this difficult. How do we make this difficult? I think we have to let them have a cheap Into the Story, which is very unfortunate, but the way of the world here. And we have to put pressure on them. Finally got that thing dead after they defended it with not 1 but 2 counter spells. So now, can they mill 14 with the returns on their Into the Story? They'll only have like 4 mana, but say they have 2 crabs and a Fabled Passage, right? Crab number 1. Okay, 1 crab, 1 Fabled Passage. Very interesting game. They have to go 8 cards. Can they do it? They have a Bloodchief's Thirst. They have 2 mana open. How many drowns? Plenty. Plenty of drowns. I have an Ugin to try to go after the crab. That's about all I've got. That's not a drown. See how the priority is passing too quickly? And they don't have the mana for Didn't Say Please. All right. Hold on to your butts. Yep. Can't get low enough to avoid it, so gotta let that go. No crab. I bet if we'd have played one of these ultimatums, they'd be able to mill us out. It's hard to say, because so many things would be different. Just a feeling I have. I do think the biggest... I made 2 huge blunders this game. The first was not playing the cave earlier. The second was the turn I thought I'd have Scorching Dragonfire and didn't. That was pretty massive blunder. It's nice to not be completely punished here. 2 mana open. They can't mill me. They can block here and they still take 5. If they play Enforcer, Enforcer, that's 6. So I shouldn't draw here. Into the Royal. They say good game, but they didn't scoop yet. When you say good game and you don't concede, there could definitely still be shenanigans. There it is. Alright, good game. I am a bit nervous to play this deck on ladder. I think it's a little slow for the format, but it's one of the Shark Typhoon decks I haven't played. I haven't played the Genesis Ultimatum Shark Typhoon version of Temur Ramp, so I guess time to show it off. Luris. Yay! Everyone's favorite. It's either rogues or cycling, and either way, it's miserable. Let's hope we never get our hands and this ends in a draw. Alright. Dragonfire o'clock. Not many lands. We'll need to draw into land and cultivate and some of our higher end stuff, but we don't have any 8-drops in our opener either. Scry to the top. Somebody asked me why I don't say hello back. Because I'm too cool for school. Oh look, a crab. Goodbye, Mr. Krabs. Those cards will definitely beat us on their own at given time, but we have a lot of cards if we get into the 6-7 mana stage that they have to counter, like Shark Typhoon, Genesis Ultimatum, Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. You know, those cards just go so big so fast. Alright, that's annoying, but we can bounce it, I guess. And what's this? 5 cards in the graveyard. This will be 6, so they're 1 turn, 7. We have to bounce it next turn. So be it. I guess we can wait. I don't think they have an Enforcer here. Two things exiled. Now we need a Soul Seer for the Gargoyle. Yeah, they hit 7 and they can cast Into the Story here. Are you kidding me? What a joke. What a joke that this is what I face, yes? Okay. I really don't want them to get to spend their mana on their Drown in the Lock on this turn. So I want to play this on their turn, but I want to do it before their draw step. Nice of them to reveal that. But we're going to get beaten to death pretty quick. Please stop, rogues. You're annoying me. There's a Soul Seer. It's late, though. It's late. We're too far behind now. We're on a 4-turn clock, and they're a counterspell deck. We should lose 100% of the time. Okay. Scorching Dragonfire can team up with the Hazard. Or we can play the Hazard tapped and next turn be cycling Shark Typhoons to try to block these. I think 2 for 1ing ourselves is a bad idea, and we want to save the Dragonfire for the Lurrus. So we play this tapped. Okay, nothing comes flying in at us, so upkeep before they get to draw and possibly draw a counterspell. How do they always have one of their 4 drowning logs, especially when they milled one? How do they do that? There's no explanation that makes sense. It's clearly that the shuffler's rigged and the game is messed up. Nothing else could possibly be true. Alright, we didn't draw the answer. We can make 2 1/1 sharks, it's not worth it. Get me the hell away from this player. Go, rogues! Warm up game. Warm up game today. Against Fino. Fino, the sparring partner before the main event. Soul Seer, Spikefield Hazard, into the Royal. Ugin, good stuff. I think we just kill a few things, draw a ramp spell, and play the Ugin, right? Totally. I'm sure that'll work. We have 7 ramp spells. Drawing one of them to set up the ultimatum is basically required in every single game. Temple to the bottom. Ah! Did it. Freaking did it, everybody. Opponent does nothing. Alright, don't counter me, bro. Don't counter me, it's my favorite card. Alright, so 1 blue for sure. Then we have to choose between the green or the red. It's actually tough. I guess I'll take the red, but we're still a ways from being set up here. If we draw another Spikefield Hazard, that's pretty bad. Alright, I'll take the green. I think we're more likely to draw another red. Look, there was a Hazard on top of our deck. How does he do it? Then we shuffle. So of course we'll draw the Hazard again now anyway, because the shuffler is fine. Opt from the opponent. Neat little scry, draw a card. No scry required. They kept the top card. So what is it? Is it critters? They shock face. Okay. It's gotta be like Stormwing Entity riddle form stuff. It'd be weird for any kind of an is it control deck to play a shock in that manner. It would be shocking. Infuriate. Take a chunk. Down to 13, just like that. Alright, third island is okay if we draw Genesis Ultimatum. Let's say go. Do you think they run negate? I guess if they do, we still have Into the Royal. I'm not going to try to ambush them with a Shark Typhoon, though. I might just slam the Shark Typhoon. You know you want it. You know you want me to slam the Shark Typhoon. Nothing? If I take the damage, then there's no chance that they blow me out with like multiple spells. But why would I take the damage if I'm going to do this anyway? Because they're about to play a Stormwing Entity, CGB. Well, then we can still Into the Royal it. Yes, I talk to different aspects of my personality. This is a new thing since I started being a YouTuber. You just have this voice in the back of your head at all times. It's comments, it's Twitch chat, it's all of these things. Alright. I'm going to play this Shark Typhoon, so I'm going to bounce this even though it hurts me. Because I don't want to take 4. Boom. They probably can't get rid of it. They might be able to brazen bounce it, which is the worst case scenario, and it's not so bad. Giant. Okay, they had it. They had all of the it. Well, Ugin is almost ready, and we can Soul Seer, so. But, do we need to Soul Seer the Borrower? Let's see, right now we're threatening to make a 4-power Shark. Huh. What to do? So we need another red. So if we tap like this and we have red... Very interesting. So, we make sure we get the red. I don't feel like I need another green, but... Let's just get another red. We can cast more spells if we draw like Spike Field Hazards and such. Spike Field Hazard would be great against the Borrower. And let's get the tap land out of the way. And we'll say go. It's awkward because I want to play Ugin, kill the giant, and then the opponent flashes in Borrower and attacks me for even more. Also, don't forget Infuriate. The opponent might be able to save their creature from Ugin. Stormcaller. Okay, they won't have the mana for the Borrower, but they're going to copy something here. I'm guessing it will be an Infuriate? So, we let this resolve first. Target. Double the power. Alright, now we kill it. And this is going to work out just fine as we blew up their combo that was about to hit me for 6 frickin' teen. Kill it. Cool deck, though. Don't find that in ranked very much. So adding a little variety to the show. Alright, we have the answer to the Borrower. We'll do the damage to the face. We'll slam the Typhoon again. Here it comes. I guess not give away our tricks until we're in combat. Okay. They've had enough. Had enough. And I'm warmed up. And we are back for the post-game wrap-up. Let's see how we did. I think I only lost once. You see all my other shark brews for this. It says I'm 6-3. Let's see. Why does it say I'm 6-3? Anyway, we'll look at ladder. Okay, ladder. 0-1, then 1-1-1. So 3-1 on the ladder and 2-1 in the play queue. So I don't know where they got where I'm telling you guys. Win rates are a scam. Where did the 3 losses come from? It's so weird. Maybe it was when I was just messing around built the deck for the first time. Yeah, that must be it. It must be from yesterday. Win rates are a scam. Don't believe anything. Anything at all. Anyway, love the deck. Very happy with Glimpse of Freedom in it. And this seemed like the best chance against rogues. And otherwise, Soulseer is still impressing me as a card that can kill Lovestruck Beast, which is so important in this format. It holds off most of the big things that you need to be wary of. And the Dragonfires are absolutely excellent. I like them better than Fire Prophecy. I'm completely sold. Exile stuff and hit Planeswalkers with Dragonfire. Forget Fire Prophecy. Silly card. And yeah, Typhoons, Ultimatums, Ugins. This deck is fun. I'm still not sold that in the best of 1 metagame, this is what you should be doing. But I bet you could get to Mythic with it if you win enough coin flips. I bet you could play it really well and tune it really well and get there. I just don't think it's optimal. This isn't going to, in my opinion, in the best of 1 meta, be a long-term 60% win rate kind of deck. More like a 53, 52% kind of deck. Because you're just at such a huge disadvantage if you lose that coin flip and go second against an aggro deck. And there are so many of them. So that's my hot take on the deck, or at least my opinion of where it falls in the meta. Play it for spice. Play it if you love it. If you're one of those ramp deck fans, this might be your ramp deck of choice. But don't switch to it just because you think it's the new bee's knees to win. All right, on that note, Shark week and a half rolls on. If you want a really sweet Shark hoodie, wah! check it out. Link in the description. But really, get yourself a Shark CGB token with that pre-order of Call Time from CoolStuffInc.com. Guys, let's be real. There's probably only going to be one moment in my life where we have a set coming out with a shark token with me freaking riding a shark on it. Never going to happen again. If I don't make a big deal of it, who will? Thank you to everybody who supports the channel. You guys are awesome. Remember the promo code CGB5. Get yourself a discount at CoolStuffInc.com. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.